Greetings everybody, it's Brad and Jedi from Select Roses. Here we are in February, west coast of Canada, and our daffodils are starting to come up now, as you can see. And we're looking at our little bed here that has a hedge of beautiful, healthy, yellow, fragrant floribunda, one of my favorite roses of all time, and it is called Julia Child. It's a fantastic rose. And I just wanted to show you what all of these bushes look like. These are about, I think, 6-7-year-old plants, so maybe they're well established. They made it through. This was the coldest winter on record, and I've just looked. There's no winter damage to them at all. They look absolutely fantastic. So we're going to do a good vigorous pruning though. You see a lot of the twiggy growth, which is typical of a floribunda. It's nothing bad, it's just the way they are. We're going to thin these bushes out, and we're going to prune what I call an average prune, about 50% of the growth off of it. So we want to tame the plants back down, encourage them to branch well from the base, and when they finish their season, they'll be up here again. So their first bloom will be blooming at 2.5, 3 feet, and then they'll end up at the end of the year like this. So I'll take another video after I've done the pruning. We do have videos already online that you can see of me actually pruning them, but this is going to be a bit more of a before and after video. So just take a good look at the plants. Okay, so I'll do some pruning and do another video of it. Jedi will be hanging out with me the whole time here, doing what dogs do, eating grass and playing. Okay everybody, I pruned my first Julia Child rose, so this is a second part of our video to show you just a little before and after. Right there. Jedi's smart, he's sitting off in the shade there. Now I wanted you to take a look. So you notice I've left quite a bit of growth on it, but there in the gator you can see how much has been taken off. Still about 50%. It's completely fine to leave something inwards if you want, or you could cut it off. Doesn't matter. The basic rules are, obviously if it's dead wood, you cut that out. And if it's something that's broken, you cut out. We have a lot of room here for nice full plants, so I leave quite a bit of growth on, as you can see. The plant is well established, so it can support all of this growth. It's still a 50% reduction. I could have easily cut this down another half of what you see now. We could walk up to this, cut it in half. The result will be lots of blooms, lots of clean growth. So adjust your pruning according to your needs. If you want the plant a little bit larger, like this, thin it out, but leave a little more healthy wood on it. If you want it to be smaller, cut it down a little bit more. Okay everybody, we're looking at our Julia Child roses you saw earlier in the video, before. Now the hedge of them is pruned. As you can see, there's a lot of beautiful ground space in between, so we were able to leave a lot of the wood. I still removed a good 50% of the wood. There's the gator full of it there. People will talk about leaving crossing branches and things like that. I just find it all confusing. It does not matter. If you're happy with your pruning method, by all means, keep doing it. But you can leave a crossing branch, nothing horrible happens. It doesn't create disease or anything like that. That's all silliness. It depends how much time you want to spend on the plant. I might come with my pruners again here when I'm not tuckered out and thin out a couple more of the small shoots. I'm just going to show you an example here. You'll see this one here. So we'll just thin that out, but if we had left that shoot, nothing bad is going to happen. The rose is still going to bloom fine. But this gives you a general idea. You see how the bushes are more opened up? We don't worry about cutting to an inward or outward facing bud. That's absolutely nonsense. Does not matter to the rose, because it won't make just that one bud that you want to grow. It'll have several buds grow down the stem. So whether you cut to an inward or an outward facing bud is absolutely irrelevant. Rose bush doesn't care, especially if it's a rose bush like Julia Child, so fantastic that puts on a ton of growth. Now look at that bed of roses there. It was just topped slightly at the end of the year. I'm going to get into that one next week and start pruning it, and we'll show you what that looks like after.